Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, smash that subscribe button and ring that bell, because today, we are diving into an absolutely massive NFL development that is shaking up the football world and electrifying fans all across the country. Derrick Henry, the unstoppable force of a running back formerly with the Tennessee Titans, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys in a stunning move that could dramatically alter the balance of power in the NFC. That's right, the Cowboys have landed one of the most dominant, bruising, and feared running backs in recent NFL history, and this isn't just any acquisition, this is a full-on, blockbuster, shake the foundations of the league kind of deal that demands attention. Whether you love the Cowboys or hate them, there's no denying that this signing changes the game in a big way. Let's talk about what this means for the team, for the fans, for the NFC East, and for the NFL as a whole. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and let's dive deep into what could be the most exciting offseason move in recent memory. Derrick Henry, often referred to as King Henry for a reason, has long been one of the league's most powerful and productive runners, known for his rare combination of size, speed, and sheer physicality. At 6'3" and over 240 pounds, he's a freight train with elite acceleration, a player who has led the league in rushing yards and touchdowns, and the kind of athlete who can take over a game at any moment. This is a guy who doesn't just pick up yards, he punishes defenders, runs over linebackers, and leaves defensive backs lying flat on the field. And now, he's bringing that terrifying skill set to Dallas, where he'll be suiting up behind one of the most storied offensive lines in the league, even as that line transitions into a younger era. Henry's arrival is more than a tactical upgrade, it's a psychological statement. The Cowboys are telling the league, their fans, and most importantly, their opponents, we are not here to mess around. We are here to win, and we're bringing a sledgehammer to the fight. This move is particularly significant when you consider the Cowboys' recent backfield history. Following the release of Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboys placed a heavy burden on Tony Pollard, who stepped up admirably but clearly lacked the sheer power and inside running capability that Zeke once provided. Pollard was great in space and explosive in the open field, but he couldn't always move the chains when the team needed 2 tough yards on third down. Now, with Derrick Henry in the mix, the Cowboys finally have a true bell cow back again, someone who can carry the load, wear down defenses over 4 quarters, and dominate in cold weather playoff games when running the football becomes essential. This isn't just about adding another name to the roster, it's about identity. The Cowboys have long prided themselves on physical football, on running the ball and controlling the clock. And now, with Henry in town, they can return to that brand of smash-mouth football with a vengeance. It's a strategic masterstroke, and one that could yield massive dividends on the field. The timing of this deal is also fascinating. For months, rumors swirled about where Henry would end up, with various teams including the Ravens, Bills, and Eagles all floated as potential suitors. Many believed the Cowboys had missed their chance after not reaching out to Henry earlier in free agency. In fact, Henry himself publicly expressed surprise that Dallas had never contacted him, especially considering that he lives in Dallas during the offseason and had expressed interest in the team. That makes this move not only surprising, but redemptive. It's as if Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office suddenly woke up and realized the window is now. With Dak Prescott heading into a crucial year, CeeDee Lamb blossoming into a top-tier receiver, and Micah Parsons anchoring the defense, the time to make bold moves is right now. Adding Henry to this mix isn't just about making the team better, it's about maximizing the team's Super Bowl potential in what could be a narrow window before contract situations and salary cap pressures force tough decisions. And speaking of the salary cap, let's address the elephant in the room. A player of Henry's caliber doesn't come cheap. While the details of the contract are still emerging, reports suggest it's a short-term, incentive-heavy deal, designed to give Henry a chance to compete for a championship while allowing the Cowboys to stay financially flexible. It's a smart approach, one that mitigates risk for the team while still giving them access to one of the most dangerous weapons in the game. If Henry stays healthy, which he has proven capable of doing in recent seasons, the payoff could be enormous. If things don't pan out, the Cowboys haven't mortgaged their future. It's a calculated gamble, but one with tremendous upside, especially when you look at how the NFC is shaping up. The Eagles are strong, the 49ers are elite, and the Lions are surging, but none of those teams can say they just added a former rushing champion to their roster. Dallas can, and that's a big deal. Let's also take a moment to appreciate how this impacts the entire Cowboys offense. Dak Prescott, often criticized for inconsistency or lack of playoff success, now has the most complete supporting cast of his career. With Henry behind him, defenses will be forced to bring safeties down into the box, opening up the field for Prescott to exploit with play-action passes and deep shots to CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Jake Ferguson. Offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer now has a dream scenario: a balanced offense capable of grinding out tough drives or striking quickly through the air. Third and short? Hand it to Henry. Red zone? Henry up the gut. Need to milk the clock in the fourth quarter? Let Henry eat. It changes everything. It changes how defenses game plan. It changes how the Cowboys manage leads. It even changes how the offensive line will be evaluated, because with a runner like Henry, even average blocks can turn into big gains. His presence will make everyone around him better. And on the other side of the ball, let's not underestimate the ripple effect. When you have an offense that can control time of possession, run the ball effectively, and avoid 3 and outs, the defense stays fresh. That means Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, and the rest of the Cowboys' defensive stars can play with more energy and aggression, knowing they won't be gassed in the fourth quarter. A good running game is a defense's best friend, and with Henry in town, this team just got a lot scarier on both sides of the ball. We're talking about a legitimate Super Bowl contender now, not just in terms of talent but in terms of roster balance and playoff readiness. Fan reaction, as you can imagine, has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media is ablaze with Cowboys fans celebrating the move, sharing highlights, and dreaming of what Henry will look like in that iconic silver and blue. Jersey sales are already surging, and you can bet that at NT Stadium is going to be absolutely electric when Henry takes the field in a Cowboys uniform for the first time. And for a fan base that has endured decades of near misses, playoff heartbreak, and unmet expectations, this signing feels different. It feels bold. It feels like a franchise finally taking the big swing that fans have been begging for. There's still work to be done. Of course, football games aren't won in the offseason, but make no mistake, the Cowboys just became a must-watch team in 2025. Opposing fans, especially those in the NFC East, are already nervous. The Giants and Commanders, both in rebuilding phases, now have to prepare for Derrick Henry twice a year. The Eagles, who have consistently battled the Cowboys for divisional supremacy, suddenly have a new challenge on their hands. And across the NFC, contenders are looking at Dallas with fresh eyes, recognizing that the team once mocked for always being next year's champion might finally be ready to take that leap. The Cowboys have the pieces, they have the talent, and now they have the hammer. So what does success look like now for Dallas? It's not just making the playoffs. It's not just winning the division. It's not even just winning a playoff game. With a roster this loaded, with this much talent on both sides of the ball, anything short of a Super Bowl appearance will feel like a disappointment. That's the standard that comes with a move like this. That's the expectation that Derrick Henry brings with him. He's not here for moral victories. He's here to win rings. And for a franchise that hasn't been to the big game since the 1990s, this may be their best shot in a generation to get back on top. To sum it all up, this move isn't just a headline, it's a statement. It's a declaration that the Cowboys are done waiting, done hoping, done falling short. They want to win now, and they're willing to do what it takes to get there. Derrick Henry is more than just a player. He's a tone setter. a leader, a warrior. And now, he's a Dallas Cowboy. So get ready, NFL. The star just got a whole lot brighter, and Cowboys Nation has every reason to believe that the road to the Super Bowl might just run through Dallas this year. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe this makes Dallas the team to beat? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking NFL content. Until next time, go Cowboys. And welcome to Dallas, King Henry.